What's up, YouTube world? It's the kid, DC Wrestling. First off, I want to apologize for being an hour late. I know you guys are usually expected to see my review as soon as the show is uploaded. But anyways, this afternoon was WWE Clash at the Castle 2022. And overall, a really good show for the most part. You know, this being the first WWE UK pay-per-view in over 30-something years. You could tell the excitement was in the air. I'm telling you, man, them UK crowds are probably the best crowds in wrestling. Those people were hot the entire night, and rightfully so. So, as you can see, we kicked things off, ironically, with the same three women who opened up SummerSlam, was Bayley's squad, also known as Damage Control, defeating the team of Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and of course the woman who got pinned in the match, the Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair. I really like the ending to what was a solid match, a solid opener, I thought, but I really like the ending, having all three girls just pinning Bianca, hitting their finishers with Bianca. That lets you know how strong Bianca Belair is. And correct me if I'm wrong here, but someone brought it up. I think this is the first time in 2022 that Bianca Belair has not been pinned. So in 8 months, it's been 9 months, and Bianca Belair has not been until today. So that's pretty crazy. All right, man. So to me, this was probably we already knew this was match of the night, man. Well, probably in some extent, some will say this was match of the night, but definitely a hard-hitting warfare. And I saw that they reunited Imperium here. Giovanni is with Gunther now, which is like, well, that's who they were before. But yeah, so Imperium is fully back together. Gunther defeats Sheamus. I love this match, man. This was a hard-hitting clash of the Titans. I mean, we all knew what was going to happen, man. Like, this really isn't that expected. But, you know, it just goes to show you how big this match was, man, and all that. You know, like I said, Gunther gets the win. Sheamus, I ain't going to lie. There were times where it felt like that Sheamus was going to pick up the win, but, of course, you know, Gunther picked up the win. So, yeah, great match, great result, and definitely one of the best matches of the night. Yeah, Liv Morgan and Shayna Baszler, this is for the SmackDown Women's title. I got to say, I like the story they played into the match. Obviously, Shayna trying to, you know, break, you know, Liv's leg and arm and all that, but Liv obviously retained the title in what was a solid match for the SmackDown Women's belt. Now that Ronda Rousey is reinstated, I could definitely see them running it back with Ronda Rousey and Liv Morgan, quite possibly for Extreme Rules or something like that. But, yeah, Liv Morgan gets the win, man, and, yeah, really solid stuff. Yeah, really solid stuff. I apologize about that, y'all. My apologies. All right. So, just excuse all that. All right. But speaking of something that can't be excused, Dominik Mysterio turns on his father and Edge. Edge and Rey Mysterio did get the win over the Judgment Day, and was a pretty good match, I thought. But obviously the big story here was that Dominik turns on his father. I kind of saw this coming, but it was still a cool moment, man. And maybe, hopefully, this can now be the time where Dominik can now find his own identity, because that's what I've been saying, man. Like, everyone hates Dominik. Like, it's like everyone hates Dominik now, and it's like the only way for Dominik to be great, he's got to get out of his dad's shadow. They got to stop hyping this dude up like, oh, he's Rey Mysterio's son. No, stop that. Let Dominik be Dominik, and maybe this can be the chance here. I don't really see him joining Judgment Day. I more see him just being himself and all that. Because if he was to join Judgment Day would have gotten the win. But anyways, really cool heel turn, and definitely the crowd wasn't happy about that. Yeah, Seth Rollins defeats Riddle. Really good match, man, between these two men. Like expect, these two men absolutely were killing each other, man. Rightfully so after the comments, you know, that Rollins made about Riddle. But, of course, I thought this was a great decision, giving Seth Rollins the win because, you know, he needed it. Like, Rollins has been losing damn near every feud now, so it made sense to give him the win rather than give Riddle the win. No offense to Riddle. Okay, so the main event. Man, this was, oh my God, man. This match had me on the edge of my seat, bro. There were it was intense. It was really intense. Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. They brought back Broken Dreams, which is awesome. But Drew McIntyre dreams got broken because Drew McIntyre is not the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. And I knew this was coming. Like, I literally said in the predictions, like, I know everyone wants Drew to win, but something tells me they're going to give it to Roman, and they did. Because why? Because Solo Sikoa is on the main roster, and he helps Roman Reigns win. Theory came out, but Fury was punching him, so Theory was like, I'm playing. You ain't getting away with this one. Tyson Fury, by the way. He and Roman have a stare down, so I don't know what the F's going on with that. Drew McIntyre and Tyson Fury, they do a little song to end the night off, and that's how the show ends. So clearly a lot of people are not happy with this decision, but hey. I had a feeling this was going to happen, so Roman, there's only one man. If Drew can't do it, then there's a certain man, a certain American nightmare to be, in fact. I don't want to give or blow it out who I think is, but I think many of you know who I'm talking about. So overall, really good show, man. Really, great show, really. Just really great show, man. And I hope WWE does more UK shows in the future, like yearly. That would be freaking dope. Anyways, this has been the Kid DC Wrestling. And so, yeah.